ask most people to picture an entrepreneur, and they'll probably describe the same thing: a lone genius, huddled in a dark garage, writing code that will turn them into a tech billionaire overnight. But that stereotype ignores reality. At its core, entrepreneurship is simply the act of noticing a problem, a gap in the world, and deciding, I can do something about this. That simple decision opens up paths that have nothing to do with software. Social entrepreneurs build organizations to support vulnerable communities. Green entrepreneurs design sustainable systems to reduce waste. Youth and creative entrepreneurs turn their unique talents into tangible value. Look at this custom bag. An artist recognized that people want accessories that reflect their personal style and turned a simple skill, painting, into a tangible, custom product that others value. Facing the blank page is intimidating. However, when we break down the entrepreneurial mindset, qualities like initiative, creativity, and resilience, we find a set of specific behaviors. These are strengthened through the repeatable process of identifying a need and taking a calculated step to address it, making them skills that are developed rather than inherited. Because these behaviors can be practiced, the entire journey, from observing an everyday frustration to launching a real-world solution, stops being a chaotic guessing game. We can actually reverse engineer it into a repeatable, step-by-step playbook. Step 1 is finding your idea. And the good news is, you rarely need to invent something completely new from scratch. Often the best concepts emerge from improving an existing product, finding a smoother process, or taking a known idea and applying it to a different environment. To systematically generate these concepts, we rely on a proven creative framework known as the Scamper method. This graphic shows how Scamper works. It stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse. By running an everyday object through these actions, you train your brain to spot opportunities for improvement. Once you have a concept you like, it's tempting to start building right away. But pouring time and money into a project in a vacuum is a massive risk. You might build a brilliant solution to a problem nobody actually cares about. That brings us to the mandatory next step, idea validation. You have to test your assumptions against reality before you commit your resources. You do this by observing how people currently solve the problem, talking directly to potential users, and running short, targeted surveys. Even 10 honest conversations can tell you if a real need actually exists. But confirming people want your idea is only half the equation. A validated concept won't survive unless you pinpoint exactly who those people are, shifting focus from the abstract product directly to the concrete market. Your target audience is the specific group of people most likely to benefit from your offer. There's a hard rule in market research. If you design a product for everyone, you will inevitably create something that appeals to no one. To define your audience properly, you need to filter your potential users through two specific sets of data: demographics and psychographics. Demographics are cold, measurable facts like age and location on the left. Psychographics are behavioral drivers like hobbies and shopping habits on the right. By synthesizing these together, you create a customer persona, a complete profile of your ideal buyer. Developing this persona is the hinge on which the entire playbook turns. From this moment on, every design choice, pricing model, and marketing strategy must be engineered to serve this exact profile. With your persona locked in, you must figure out how to present your solution to them. People often mistake a brand for just a clever name or a sleek logo. In reality, your brand is the overall reputation of your business. It's the values you stand for and the trust you build with your customers. To deliver that brand to your target audience, entrepreneurs rely on a framework called the 4 Ps. This grid maps out your entire strategy. Product defines exactly what you are offering. Price establishes the balance between affordability and profit. Place determines where customers find your offering. And promotion is how you spread the word. That promotion step only works if you match your marketing channels to your customer persona's habits. If your audience is high school students, placing flyers at a local senior center is useless. You need to meet them on visual platforms like Instagram or TikTok. Aligning a trustworthy brand with a carefully structured 4P strategy creates a rock-solid foundation. You are now fully prepared for the final challenge, convincing the rest of the world to buy into your vision. To get people on board, you need an elevator pitch. This is the ultimate test of an entrepreneur's communication skills.
A persuasive description of your entire idea, delivered in the 30 to 60 seconds it takes to ride an elevator. This timeline shows how a successful pitch is built. You don't have time to ramble. You must hit 5 precise beats: a hook to grab attention, a clear statement of the problem, your specific solution, the actual benefit to the user, and finally, a direct call to action. But writing a great script won't save you if your delivery falls flat. You have to back up your words with physical mechanics, standing with confident posture, varying pace so key points land, and maintaining sustained eye contact. If you use visual aids, like slides or a physical prototype, they should feature minimal text and high contrast images. They are there to reinforce a single main idea, never to distract from the speaker's message. Mastering the pitch yields results beyond a simple yes or no from a potential customer. A clear, concise message commands attention, effectively turning a passive audience into active participants who are now invested in the success of your vision. So when you step back and look at this entire life cycle, from the first scamper exercise to the final elevator pitch, what is the actual value of going through it? These specific mechanics, the resilience to adapt when a prototype fails, the research skills to understand a neighbor's needs, and the confidence to speak clearly, form a toolkit for navigating life. These capabilities remain valuable long after the initial project is complete, applying to nearly any professional or personal challenge. This exact same playbook works whether you are organizing a neighborhood food drive, launching a school recycling program, or coding a new digital service. The steps do not change. The real power of the entrepreneurial mindset is that it gives you the ability to step out of the role of a passive observer and into the role of an active creator.